News headquarters. Setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Hello friends, welcome to the Sunday edition of This Is Exclusive, in which we are the only channel present on the ground in Kabul and hence getting you ground reports no one else has coming in from Afghanistan on the Af-Pak standoff. Literally a battle panning out between the Taliban government in Kabul and of course the hybrid government of Islamabad. That's our focus, as also of course NDA locking its seat share. That's also the breaking news coming in. Let's begin with the headlines. BJP announces seat-sharing pact complete in Bihar polls. The BJP and the JDU to get 101 seats each. Meanwhile, Chirag Paswan's party to get 29 NDA seats locked. Afghanistan government claims at least 58 Pakistani soldiers killed, over 30 injured in clashes along the Durand line. Afghanistan issues a stern warning to Pakistan, says will not leave any attack unanswered. Taliban minister says Pakistan harboring Islamic State on its soil. All right, friends, let's begin with the breaking that's happened just a while back. Just before the BJP Central Election Committee met to decide on the candidates for its first list for the first phase of polls in Bihar, which happened on November 6, came the announcement that the NDA, BJP-led National Democratic Alliance, the alliance in power in Bihar, has completed the seat-sharing pact, and according to which both the BJP and the JDU, the larger allies within the alliance, get 101 seats each. Then you have the LJP Ram Vilas, of which Chirag Paswan is the leader. He gets 29. Rashtriya Loktantrik Morcha and the Hindustani Awam Morcha of Upendra Kushwaha and Jitan Ram Majhi both get 6 each. That's essentially the contours shaping up of the NDA seat-sharing pact, officially announced, in fact, by the NDA and the BJP just ahead of the BJP's Central Election Committee. These are pictures coming in live, chaired by the party president, Prime Minister also present there, and you can see the top leadership of the BJP and also, of course, their state unit main leaders of Bihar there in the meeting. We will go back to the meeting in a while, but let's listen to how the allies are responding to this announcement. Jitan Ram Majhi spoke from Patna just a while back.
पार्लियामेंट में हमको एक सीट मिली थी तो हम क्या थे, नाराज थे। वैसे यहाँ अगर 6 सीट की बात की गई है तो आला कमान का निर्णय है, उसको हम सिरोधार्य करते हैं। लेकिन ये बात सही है कि हमको जो मिला है हम लोग सब संतुष्ट हैं। सरकार की कोई शिकवा शिकायत नहीं है।
All right, Jitan Ram Majhi there sounding satisfied and he was in Delhi just a while back, met JP Nadda back in Patna, but we're going to Patna where Vivek is joining us live from there. Vivek, NDA जो है उन्होंने अपना अनाउंस कर दिया है सीट शेयरिंग फार्मूला। आपको लगता है कि इससे थोड़ा सा इंडी ब्लॉक में अपोजिशन में प्रेशर आएगा कि वो भी अपना जो फार्मूला है अनाउंस कर दें, क्योंकि फेज 1 की जो वोटिंग है उसका डेट तय है 6 नवंबर को होगा। लगता है आपको आजकल में उनका भी अनाउंस हो जाएगा सीट शेयरिंग?
बिल्कुल आजकल में ही उनको करना पड़ेगा और एनडीए ने जो आज अनाउंसमेंट की है ये एक तरह से दबाव की भी राजनीति है, क्योंकि एक महीने के अंदर अंदर सारे कैंडिडेट को तैयारी करनी है। आज हम लोग जब इस बारे में चर्चा कर रहे हैं, आज 12 तारीख है और 14 नवंबर को रिजल्ट्स आ जाएंगे। तो जैसे जितना पहले सीट शेयरिंग तय हो जाएगी, कैंडिडेट तय हो जाएंगे, वो अपने जो विधानसभा क्षेत्र है वहां जाके काम कर रहे होंगे अपनी कंस्टिट्यूएंसी में, तो उनको वक्त मिलेगा। और उसी के बदले में अगर जो महागठबंधन है, इंडिया अलायंस है, अगर वो अपने कैंडिडेट्स अभी तय नहीं कर पाते हैं, अभी सीट शेयरिंग को लेकर ही फॉर्मूला फंसा हुआ है, तो समस्या तो होगी, क्योंकि वहां के भी 2-3 दावेदार हैं। अभी भी आप देखेंगे कि राबड़ी आवास के बाहर जो कार्यकर्ता हैं आरजेडी के, वो जमा हुए थे, कुछ वो टिकट के लेके जमा हो रहे हैं, कुछ विरोध करने के लिए जमा हो रहे हैं। तो पहले तो उनके कैंडिडेट्स को वक्त मिल जाएगा। और ये जो सीट शेयरिंग आज एनडीए में फाइनल हो गई है, इसकी वजह से महागठबंधन के सभी नेता तो दबाव में आ जाएंगे, ये बिल्कुल साफ होता हुआ दिख रहा है, क्योंकि वक्त बहुत कम है बिहार चुनाव में और उतने ही दिन में सबको तैयारी करनी है।
चलिए, थैंक यू सो मच। A pressure now on the Indy bloc to come with its own seat sharing arrangement. NDA announcing just a while back, even as the BJP in a meeting of its Central Election Committee to decide on the first list of candidates, likely expected tonight. And we'll come back to the story with more when it happens. But moving on for now and to our exclusive focus on this exclusive on the hot Durand line between Afghanistan and Pakistan. Tensions escalated Sunday after the Afghan security forces carried out what they called as retaliatory strikes on Pakistani posts, killing about 58 soldiers, injuring 30 others, triggering a return fire that led to massive clashes along the Durand line. Republic TV, in fact, is the only news channel reporting live from inside Afghanistan, bringing to you on-ground details of the conflict. There are some videos that we have for you. Let's have a look.
As you can see, this is one of the passes as it pans out. So this is a pass, and majority of the terrain is like this, where there are very narrow passes and there is no other way how anyone else, either from the POK side or from the Afghanistan side, they have to pass. So they have one common place, that are these passes. So this is a pass which is near Kunur, and as you can see the terrain behind, there are vantage points, and Taliban usually gets placed on top of these ridges. So this is the kind of terrain that I'm talking about, as you can see. So there is no escape from anyone who is entering or bypassing these areas. So this is a very tense situation in terms of Taliban occupying these regions and passes and getting ready to battle, despite news that Qatar has brokered peace talks between Pakistan and Afghanistan. But as far as the Taliban troop movement is concerned, there is no sign of slowing down or accumulation of Taliban troops so far.
All right, that's a familiar face, friends. You would have recognized Major Samarpal Singh Toor. He's frequent as a panelist on your channel, but he's reporting live from Kabul for us. Not live, but he's there, present there on the ground, and sent us those ground reports. Joining me for a short, quick conversation, Dr. Omar Sadr. He's a political analyst and Afghan. He's in exile, lives outside of Afghanistan. And before I go to him, let me go to Gursimran. He's joining us live. And Gursimran has some information to share about the latest situation on the ground along the Durand line. Gursimran, is it all calm or a tenuous, tense calm between the Afghanistan forces and the Pakistani forces on that front?
See, Abhishek, to be very precise, it is an uneasy calm that is prevailing on the Durand line, because the way retaliation has taken place from the Afghan Defence Forces side, it has made it really very challenging for Pakistan, because they were totally taken by surprise. They are close to 24 posts. They were actually captured by the Afghans when they carried out the surprise raids. Pakistan has termed this as an attack that has been done by the terrorists, but Afghan government has come out in open and has said that there were their strikes that they have carried out in retaliation to the airstrikes that Pakistan has carried out a couple of days prior to this incident that has been reported. Now an uneasy calm has been reported there, but one thing is very clear, that there are some of the posts of Pakistan that are still in control of the Afghan defense forces. So Pakistan might try to get their posts back, because what has happened in the vice versa case, that Afghan has gained control to all their posts.
All right, let's have an Afghan voice also. Omar, welcome. And my first question to you is, how do you see these developments? Is it posturing or is it serious, and that the Afghan Taliban are really fed up with Pakistan and it's messing around on that side of the Durand line?
Okay, let's be candid here. First of all, our terms should be straightforward, and it should confirm what the international community recognizes. It's not Afghan government, it's a de facto authority ruling Afghanistan. It's a terrorist group which has targeted Indian interests, Indian consulate, embassy, and citizens, and also victimized people of Afghanistan. On the recent situation, what we witness is not a genuine military retaliation. It's essentially a face-saving operation that lasted barely a few hours on both sides of the border. Taliban soldiers launched a strike, which was a very controlled one, and it by no means they have the heavy artillery, no air force, fragmented. They're suffering from fragmented command even. So there are contradictory reports on both sides of Afghanistan and Pakistan. By no means the Taliban does have the capacity and willingness to retaliate Pakistan. But also we have to pay attention to the irony of the situation, and which could not be overstated. Pakistan is now facing the consequences of its own strategic choices. For decades, they nurtured, they funded and provided sanctuary for the Taliban as a proxy to target the Republic of Afghanistan, which was a democratic and legitimate government. Now, the proxy is slipping out of control, and the Pakistan should face the consequences. It assumed that the Taliban, once they come to power in August 2021, that will be a complement partner in its rivalry with India. But now it is completely different other way around. So it's quite shocking for Pakistan and shocking for Afghanistan also.
I understand from where it is coming from you, but my question is, given that Taliban effectively controls Afghanistan, now they are ruling from Kabul, and Pakistan thought that they have in Taliban a tool, but now they realize they have in Taliban a problem. You think it's going to escalate from here, or it is just one round of jousting that has happened, and then maybe they will negotiate, the ISI would come in picture? Because remember, Zabiullah Mujahid, the spokesperson of the government there, has clearly targeted ISI as the troublemaker in the region.
And I think you're right. The situation will escalate. It is unprecedented now. It is a time that the Taliban's Minister of Foreign Affairs is visiting New Delhi, and it's really hard for Pakistanis. But at the same time, this is unprecedented. The way that both sides are targeting each other in a military way, but also presenting different lines of statements and facts. And I think Pakistan has taken a decision that it should go beyond the Taliban. That's why it's also courting some of the political opposition of the Taliban in Islamabad a few weeks ago. And they will try to, I think, go beyond what earlier they wanted to emphasize, an inclusive government, pushing the Taliban towards certain form of reconciliation and agreement as far as TTP is concerned. But now Pakistan has realized that the Taliban is not going to give up on TTP, and it's in exchange the Taliban is using TTP as a leverage to pressurize Pakistan. And hence, I may speculate that the Pakistanis will move forward to house and support the political opposition of the Taliban, and this will escalate definitely.
Okay, my last question, Omar, before I let you go, which is that as the situation stands today, you think that Pakistan could actually be using Islamic State as has been charged by the Kabul government, Kabul regime, that they are hand in gloves with the Islamic State? Because if that be the case, then the world should be watching.
That's right. Pakistan so far has used different proxies to fight with each other, and now against the Taliban, it will of course nurture ISKP. And we should not forget that ISKP is quite kind of complex insurgency group. It is formed partly from those Islamist groups which were once in Pakistan, including TTP, which they shifted their allegiances. But it's much more different compared to that of Taliban, which Pakistan earlier supported. Taliban, at least they were focusing at the national level only on Afghanistan, but ISKP is quite different. It is transnational and global terrorist organization, and it will definitely be out of control of even Pakistan.
Yeah, I think Pakistan is in a difficult spot and they are playing with fire yet again, not the first time, but obviously at a cost which they themselves would pay, like they're doing now. Thank you so much, Omar Sadr, there giving us the Afghan view, joining us live, and thank you, Gursimran, also for giving us or bringing us up to speed with what's happening on the ground as we speak. Moving on out of the Afghan story onto Bengal, where there's outrage tonight. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has shocked not just the state but the nation with her insensitive and tone-deaf remarks on the Durgapur gang rape. Instead of showing empathy to a 23-year-old survivor, the Chief Minister blamed the victim herself, questioning why she was out at night and even dragging in other states to deflect the blame. Is this leadership? Let's listen exactly to what Mamata Banerjee said, and then I go to Kishalay in our Kolkata newsroom.
She was studying in a private medical college. So all the private medical college, whose responsibility? How they came out in the night at 12:30. And it happens in the, so far I know, forest area. And 12:30, I do not know what happened. Investigation is on. I'm shocked to see the incident. But private medical colleges also is to take care for their students. And especially the girl child at night time. They should not be allowed to come out in the outside. They have to protect themselves also.
All right, no tough words there for police, no instructions for the law enforcement agencies, just some hectoring off for the victim. And Kishal joins us live from Kolkata. Kishal, any words of regret coming in from the Chief Minister for what she has just said on the gang rape victim?
Well, the update is, Abhishek, that the Chief Minister has said in the latest statement that her statements are being distorted. But I don't know where is the distortion. The Chief Minister clearly said girl child should not be allowed to go out at night. So she's in fact, some people are calling it a fatwa. It's in a way a decree she is giving out for the girls in West Bengal. In a way, she's accepting the fact, Abhishek, that West Bengal is not safe for girls after a certain point of time, after in the night maybe, after 8 p.m., 9 p.m., they cannot come out of their homes or colleges or rooms or whatever. However, Mamata Banerjee has said that her statements are being distorted and she did not mean to say this. But she has clearly said, in a way, she has questioned the victim why she came out of her room at 12:30 in the night, and she did not really target the accused, but she targeted the victims like she did in the past. In the past, she clearly said once that it is a case of affair after a brutal rape case, and now she's saying why did they come out after 12:30, and implying that that is the reason the gang rape happened. Abhishek.
You're right, Kishal. There is a past, and since the RG Kar case, this is the third or fourth instance where we have found the Mamata government on the wrong foot. Any action yet from the police, which can prove that they were on toes even as the Chief Minister was not on the same page?
Well, the police, after so many hours, could arrest 3 accused. However, one of the accused are still on the run. On the other hand, 1 more has been detained, not arrested yet. However, the question is, a medical college with thousands of students in the middle of an area which is quite deserted, how there were no police personnel, no police kiosk, no proper lighting outside that particular campus. The Chief Minister is saying it's a private college, but whether it's a private or a government medical college, the responsibility to arrange for security and policing system comes to the state government, and Chief Minister herself, being the police minister, is responsible for this, but she's clearly denying that responsibility and pointing out to the private medical college in this regards.
Okay, and now that you are saying that there is some kind of a clarification that has come from the Chief Minister's office, I believe it's not a bite, just a statement. Is it going to have some impact on the speed of the investigation?
Abhishek, I'll just tell you that this is a sound bite that we received a while back. Soon we will be playing it. The Chief Minister is saying, my statements has been distorted. You guys ask me questions, I answer, then you guys distort the statement. This is what Chief Minister is telling the reporters. But the fact of the matter is, we have played the previous bite in and out, where she is clearly saying that girl child should not be allowed to go out at night, and she's saying that this is a private medical college and why was she out at 12:30. But the people of West Bengal are angry, they're very disturbed with this statement. Even after Mamata Banerjee has sent out that clarification bite saying that this is not what she meant and her statements has been distorted, the damage control could not be done because the statement was very clear, targeting the victim instead of the accused ones.
All right. Thank you so much, Kishal, with that update on the very important development there with the Chief Minister first making an insensitive remark, now pulling back and clarifying, but then the damage has been done. Optics always wrong there somehow. Moving on, and in fact, with this we come to the end of this bulletin. This is what we could pack in this edition of This Is Exclusive. Short break. On the other side, Get Me Right. This week on Get Me Right, Pakistan proves yet again that it cannot be trusted. This time, it establishes its